Here's a shocking fact. A 2004 Lexus LS430 with 400,000 miles just sold for $18,000, and buyers were fighting over it. Why? Because that 20-year-old Lexus will outlast any brand new $80,000 luxury sedan today. The proof? Owner forums show LS430s cruising past 500,000 miles on original engines. Meanwhile, new German luxury sedans need $15,000 in repairs the moment the warranty expires. The automotive world's dirty secret. The best luxury cars aren't new. They're the bulletproof legends from the 2000s that hit 100,000 miles and just laugh. Today, we're counting down 12 luxury machines still worth every dollar at high mileage. Let's get into it. Number 12. Infiniti M45, 2008 to 2010. Let's start with a car that absolutely nobody talks about, which is criminal. The 2008 to 2010 Infiniti M45 is the automotive equivalent of that incredibly competent coworker everyone forgets to invite to lunch. Underrated, underappreciated, and quietly outperforming everyone around them. Under the hood sits a glorious 4.5-liter VK 45 DEV8 pushing 325 horsepower. This engine shares DNA with Nissan's legendary VK platform, which has been powering everything from 350Zs to Armadas for decades. Translation: this powertrain is bulletproof. Reports of M45s sailing past 250,000 miles on original engines are common, with many owners reporting nothing more serious than routine maintenance. The interior? Pure early 2010s. Infiniti luxury, soft leather, real wood trim, and a driver-focused cockpit that feels special without trying too hard. You'll find features like adaptive cruise control, heated and cooled seats, a Bose premium audio system, and a sunroof that actually works after 100,000 miles. Shocking, I know. Here's the kicker. Clean examples with 100,000 to 120,000 miles hover around $8,000 to $12,000. For that money, you're getting a reliable, comfortable luxury sedan that still feels premium and won't nickel and dime you with parts costs. The M45 might not have the badge cachet of a BMW or Mercedes, but when their counterparts are in the shop, you'll be cruising past with a smile. But here's the question. What if you want that German badge, but with Japanese reliability? Keep watching. Number 11. Acura TL, 2004 to 2006, 6-speed manual. The 2004 to 2006 Acura TL represents something increasingly rare in the luxury sedan world. Genuine driver engagement wrapped in bulletproof Honda engineering. Even better, you could get it with a 6-speed manual transmission, making this one of the last true driver's sedans before everyone surrendered to paddle shifters and CVTs. The 3.2-liter J37 A3 V6 engine delivers 270 horsepower and 238 pound-feet of torque, which doesn't sound earth-shattering until you remember this engine is essentially Honda's magnum opus, smooth, high-revving, and virtually indestructible. Owners regularly report 300,000 plus miles on these powertrains with nothing more than oil changes and timing belt services. The manual transmission adds another layer of durability. Honda's 6-speed gearboxes are known for lasting the life of the car without major issues. Inside, the TL offered navigation, premium audio, leather seats, dual-zone climate control, and that signature Acura attention to detail that made even base models feel special. The styling still holds up today. That aggressive front end and subtle trunk spoiler give it a presence that newer cars lack. You're looking at $7,000 to $11,000 for clean manual examples with around 100,000 to 130,000 miles. Yes, they're getting harder to find, but that's exactly why enthusiasts are starting to take notice. This is a car you can drive daily, enjoy on weekend back roads, and never worry about whether it'll start tomorrow morning. And trust me, if you think a manual Acura is fun, wait until you see what's coming at number 9. Number 10. Lexus GS450h, 2006 to 2011. Here's where things get interesting. The 2006 to 2011 Lexus GS450h represents the sweet spot where Lexus built a sports sedan that could actually handle while maintaining their legendary reliability. This hybrid somehow makes 340 horsepower while returning 25 plus miles per gallon, a combination that seemed impossible back then and still impresses today. The GS450h combines a 3.5-liter V6 with two electric motors for rocket-like acceleration, 0 to 60 in just 5.2 seconds, and fuel economy that'll embarrass most modern hybrids. Better yet, Toyota's hybrid systems have proven nearly indestructible, with original battery packs lasting 300,000 plus miles in many documented cases. The car came loaded: adaptive suspension, premium Mark Levinson audio, navigation, heated and cooled seats, and radar cruise control. The interior build quality is quintessential Lexus, materials that look and feel expensive even after 15 years and 150,000 miles. The hybrid system is proven across millions of Lexus and Toyota vehicles worldwide. We're talking about technology that works flawlessly for decades, not like those early German hybrids that became expensive paperweights after 5 years. Prices run $12,000 to $18,000 depending on mileage and options. The GS450H commands a premium over the standard GS350, but the long-term fuel savings and proven hybrid durability make it worth every penny. Still, this isn't even the most reliable Lexus on our list. Not even close. Number 9. BMW 540i, 1997 to 2003. Controversial take incoming. The 1997 to 2003 BMW E39 540. It deserves a spot on this list despite its German heritage. Why? Because when properly maintained, this car represents peak BMW. Before iDrive, before run-flat tires, before the brand lost its soul to marketing departments and subscription-based heated seats. The 540i sports a 4.4-liter M62 V8, making 282 horsepower in early models and 286 horsepower in later years. Yes, this engine has quirks. Valley pan gaskets, cooling systems, and timing chain guides need attention around 100,000 miles. But here's the thing, when maintained by someone who actually cares, this V8 easily exceeds 200,000 miles. The online forums are filled with 300,000 plus mile examples, driven by enthusiasts who understand preventive maintenance. The E39's interior remains timeless, elegant, driver-focused, and built with materials that shame modern BMWs. Real leather, real wood, real aluminum, not the plastic fantastic you find in today's models. The handling? Still benchmark worthy. This chassis revolutionized sport sedan dynamics, and driving an E39 today still feels special in ways that modern 5 Series can't match. You'll find solid 540i models with 100,000 to 140,000 miles for $6,000 to $12,000. Yes, you need to budget for maintenance, but we're talking about real maintenance, not replacing entire electrical architectures because a sensor hiccuped. The E39 rewards owners who treat cars like relationships, not appliances. Speaking of timeless German engineering done right. Number 8. Mercedes-Benz W140 S500, 1992 to 1999. If you want to understand what luxury truly meant before touchscreens and subscriptions, sit in a 1992 to 1999 Mercedes-Benz W140 S500. This automotive cathedral was over-engineered to a degree that would bankrupt modern manufacturers. Double-paned windows, hydraulic door closers, seats with 14-way adjustment mechanisms that still work decades later, and build quality that makes modern S-classes feel like rental cars. The S500 features a 5.0-liter M119 V8 engine producing 315 horsepower, a smooth, robust power plant that's become legendary. Properly maintained examples regularly exceed 300,000 miles, with some documented cases surpassing 500,000. The key word? Maintained. The W140 doesn't suffer fools. It demands respect, proper fluids, and technicians who actually understand mechanical systems. Everything about the W140 was built to last generations. The wiring harnesses don't crumble like newer Mercedes. The vacuum systems, while complex, were built with quality components. The suspension components are rebuildable rather than disposable. This was the last S-Class engineered without bean counters looking over shoulders. Here's the value proposition. $8,000 to $15,000 buys you a well-maintained example with 100,000 to 150,000 miles. That's less than a new Kia for a car that was $70,000 to $100,000 new and still feels more substantial than most modern luxury sedans. The W140 isn't for everyone, but for those who appreciate mechanical excellence and timeless design, nothing else comes close. Well, almost nothing. Number 7. Lexus LS430, 2000 to 2006. Here it is, the car that makes every automotive engineer nod in respect. The 2000 to 2006 Lexus LS430. If the automotive world had a Hall of Fame for reliability, this car would have its own wing. We're not talking about good for a luxury car reliability. We're talking about 400,000 plus miles on original engines and transmissions without major repairs. This is the car that made Mercedes nervous and BMW rethink their entire approach to quality control. The 4.3-liter 3UZF EV8 produces 290 horsepower and feels like it's barely trying. This engine is so smooth, so refined, so utterly unburstable that it's become legendary in automotive circles. Pair it with Lexus's 5-speed automatic transmission, later upgraded to 6-speed, that's equally bulletproof, and you have a powertrain that will outlive your mortgage. But reliability is just the opening act. The LS430 brought air suspension that actually works long-term, Mark Levinson premium audio, heated and cooled seats, adaptive cruise control, night vision on later models, and pre-collision safety systems, technology that was cutting edge in 2000 and still functions flawlessly today. The interior? It's a masterclass in durability meeting luxury. Leather that doesn't crack, wood that doesn't peel, electronics that don't glitch. Find me a 20-year-old German luxury sedan with zero electrical issues. I'll wait. Prices run $8,000 to $16,000 for examples with 100,000 to 150,000 miles. That's absurdly cheap for a car that'll give you another 200,000 miles of trouble-free luxury. Some call it the best luxury sedan ever built. They're not wrong, and yet there's one Lexus that might be even smarter. Number 6. Lexus ES350, 2007 to 2012. Think the LS430 is impressive? The 2007 to 2012 Lexus ES350 might be even more practical for the average buyer. Here's why. It offers 90% of the LS experience for 60% of the price, with even lower maintenance costs, thanks to its front-wheel drive platform shared with the Toyota Camry. Before you scoff at that Camry connection, remember, that's exactly why this car is on our list. The 3.5-liter 2 GRF EV6 delivers 272 horsepower and is paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission. This powertrain combination is found in millions of Toyotas and Lexus vehicles worldwide, which means two things. It's proven to last 300,000 plus miles with minimal issues, and parts are everywhere and affordable. Timing chains instead of belts, solid valve train design, and conservative tuning mean this engine will outlast most modern turbocharged alternatives. The ES350 came loaded with navigation, backup camera, heated and ventilated seats, premium audio, adaptive cruise control, and that Lexus interior quality that ages gracefully. The ride is supremely comfortable without feeling disconnected, making it perfect for long highway commutes or cross-country road trips. Here's the value play. $10,000 to $16,000 buys you a pristine example with 100,000 to 130,000 miles. Maintenance costs are minimal. Think $500 to $800 annually for normal service. Insurance is reasonable. Fuel economy is excellent at 24 plus miles per gallon combined, and resale value holds surprisingly strong because buyers recognize the ES as a smart, low-risk purchase. This is the thinking person's luxury sedan, less flashy than German rivals, but infinitely more sensible. Speaking of sensible German alternatives that actually work. Number 5. Mercedes-Benz E350, 2007 to 2009. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. Mercedes-Benz reliability has been questionable since the late 1990s. However, the 2007 to 2009 E350 from the W211 generation represents an interesting sweet spot. These later models, after Mercedes addressed early production issues, are genuinely reliable, assuming you avoid certain known problem areas. The magic formula? The E350 with the 3.5-liter M272 V6 producing 268 horsepower, avoiding air suspension, and ideally skipping 4 MATIC rear-wheel drive is simpler and more reliable. This configuration eliminates most of the W211's common failure points. The M272 engine, when the balance shaft issues are addressed around 100,000 miles, regularly achieves 200,000 plus miles. Many owners report trouble-free operation past 250,000 miles with proper maintenance. Inside, you get authentic Mercedes luxury, leather, real wood trim, heated seats, premium audio, and that solid German feel that Japanese cars can't quite replicate. The W211 E-Class still looks elegant and understated. Mercedes before they went crazy with angry styling and fake vents everywhere. Prices are surprisingly reasonable. $8,000 to $14,000 for 2007 to 2009 E350 models with 100,000 to 130,000 miles. Yes, parts cost more than a Lexus, and you'll want an independent Mercedes specialist on speed dial. But we're not talking about the electrical nightmares of newer models. This is a modern, comfortable luxury sedan that can legitimately serve as reliable daily transportation. Just make sure you get a pre-purchase inspection from someone who knows W211 specific issues. Do that, and you've got a genuinely good car. Skip it, and, well, you've been warned. Number 4. Infiniti G37, 2009 to 2013. What happens when Nissan decides to build a BMW 3 Series fighter using bulletproof Japanese engineering? You get the 2009 to 2013 Infiniti G37, a car that delivers genuine driving excitement without the German repair bills. This is a legitimately fun sedan that happens to be reliable, a combination rarer than you'd think in the luxury sports sedan world. The G37 packs a 3.7-liter Q37V HRV6, making 328 to 348 horsepower, depending on the model year and trim level. This engine is legendary for durability, regularly exceeding 250,000 miles with routine maintenance. The transmissions, whether the excellent 7-speed automatic or optional 6-speed manual, share similar longevity. This is the same basic power plant architecture in the 370Z, proven on both street and track. But here's what sets the G37 apart. This car genuinely handles. Rear-wheel drive, or optional AWD, near-perfect weight distribution, sharp steering, and a chassis tuned by people who understand driver engagement. You can take your G37 to a track day Saturday, then drive it to work Monday morning without worry. Try that with a BMW 335i and enjoy watching your bank account drain. Inside, you get leather, heated seats, navigation, premium audio, and Infiniti's signature driver-focused cockpit. It's not Mercedes plush, but it's well built and ages gracefully. The materials hold up remarkably well even after 150,000 miles. Pricing: $10,000 to $16,000 for G37 sedans with 100,000 to 130,000 miles. For driver-focused luxury sedan shoppers on a budget, this is the smart move. You get the driving experience without the financial anxiety. But if you want something truly special from this era, number 3. Lexus LS400, 1995 to 2000. Before the LS430, there was the car that started the revolution, the 1995 to 2000 Lexus LS400, the automotive equivalent of a mic drop aimed directly at Mercedes-Benz. When Toyota launched this second-generation LS400, they proved Japanese manufacturers could not only compete with Germans, they could surpass them in the metrics that actually matter: reliability and quality. The second-generation LS400 featured a 4.0-liter 1UZF EV8, producing 260 horsepower, a bump from the first-gen's 250. This engine is so overbuilt, so obsessively engineered, that examples with 500,000 plus miles on original powertrains are well documented across owner forums. The 1UZFE is considered one of the most reliable engines ever mass-produced, period. Everything about the LS400 was designed to last. Double ball joints, fully independent suspension, hand-selected leather, genuine wood trim, and assembly tolerances that embarrassed luxury car manufacturers with centuries of history. Features included adaptive suspension, traction control, heated seats, Nakamichi premium audio, and noise insulation so effective that Lexus famously tested it with champagne glasses stacked on the engine at idle. They didn't spill. Here's the incredible part. $5,000 to $12,000 buys you a beautiful example with 100,000 to 150,000 miles, meaning you're barely at the halfway point of its lifespan. This is living automotive history that still functions as reliable daily transportation. The LS400 didn't just compete with the best, it redefined what best meant. Although there's one car that might offer even better value. Number 2. Audi A6, 2005 to 2011. Here's a curveball. The 2005 to 2011 Audi A6 from the C6 generation is often overlooked, but specific configurations offer genuine luxury and surprising reliability. The key is choosing wisely. Stick with the 3.2-liter FSI V6 producing 255 horsepower and avoid the Quattro system if you live in a warm climate. Front-wheel drive models are simpler and more reliable. The 3.2-liter FSI engine is Audi's most proven power plant from this era, regularly achieving 200,000 plus miles when maintained properly. Oil changes every 5,000 miles, not 10,000 like Audi suggests, and addressing the typical German car maintenance items, water pumps, thermostats, and ignition coils keeps these running strong. Inside, the A6 delivers authentic German luxury, MMI infotainment, premium sound, heated leather seats, genuine wood or aluminum trim, and that solid bank vault feel that Audi does better than anyone. The interior quality holds up remarkably well. No squeaks, no rattles, just solid construction that ages gracefully. The styling remains elegant and understated. The C6 A6 doesn't scream for attention. It whispers wealth and good taste. Even today, it doesn't look dated parked next to newer sedans. Here's the value proposition. $7,000 to $13,000 buys you a clean example with 100,000 to 130,000 miles. Parts cost more than Japanese cars, but less than BMW or Mercedes. Find a good independent Audi specialist, and maintenance becomes manageable. Is it as reliable as a Lexus? No. But it offers a different flavor of luxury, Germanic, understated, sophisticated. For buyers who want European refinement without total financial disaster, the A6 3.2 is worth considering. But there's one car that combines luxury, value, and practicality better than anything else. Number 1. Toyota Avalon, 2005 to 2012. Plot twist. The 2005 to 2012 Toyota Avalon isn't technically marketed as a luxury car, but that's exactly why it's the smartest purchase on this entire list. This is Toyota's flagship sedan, the car they build when they're not constrained by the Lexus brand's pricing structure. You get Lexus-grade reliability, near Lexus comfort, and extremely Lexus-like build quality for thousands less. The 3.5-liter 2 GRFE V6 produces 268 to 280 horsepower, paired with a 5-speed automatic, later upgraded to 6-speed. This is the same bulletproof engine in the ES350, which means 300,000 plus mile potential, minimal issues, and abundant parts. Every mechanic in America knows how to service it, and the front-wheel drive layout adds simplicity while reducing maintenance costs. Inside, the Avalon offers leather seats, heated and cooled front seats, JBL premium audio, navigation, wood trim, and rear legroom rivaling luxury sedans costing twice as much. The ride quality is serene. The interior whisper quiet at highway speeds, and build quality surpasses many luxury brands. Sit in a 15-year-old Avalon and then a same vintage German luxury car. The Toyota legitimately feels newer. The pricing is almost offensive. $7,000 to $14,000 for excellent examples with 100,000 to 130,000 miles. Annual maintenance costs hover around $400 to $600 because everything is Toyota simple. Insurance is cheap. Fuel economy solid at 21 to 22 miles per gallon combined. Is it exciting? No. Will it bankrupt you? Also no. The Avalon represents the ultimate smart buy. Luxury without pretense. Reliability without compromise. Some cars were built to last 100,000 miles and be replaced. The Avalon, it's just breaking in. There you have it. 12 luxury legends that prove the best automotive investments aren't always the newest or flashiest. These cars were engineered in an era when manufacturers valued longevity over gimmicks. At 100,000 miles, they're not worn out. They're just getting started. If you enjoyed this deep dive, check out our next video on luxury SUVs that refuse to die. Subscribe, and remember, true luxury isn't about the latest tech. It's about a car that'll run tomorrow, next month, and the next decade. Some cars were built for warranties. These were built for generations.